Hey guys, Zero here. This isn't really an unboxing per se because I don't even have the original box for this, but I did order a 3DS off eBay. Originally I was looking at the new 3DS, the one with swappable faceplates, because that's what I had last year and I still have a bunch of the faceplates, but those have shot up in price and they're like $400. So I was like, let me get something cheaper that I can still mod. So I went with the cheapest model, which is the OG original 3DS, not XL, not anything else. So unfortunately, this one didn't come with the box, but from the pictures on eBay, it looked to be in good condition. I did kind of probably annoy the seller by asking them several questions and nitpicking about things that I saw in the photos, like is that a scratch, is that a dent? Um, but they didn't seem, to mind too much, and I ended up buying it from them. I don't even think I paid full price. I think I made a best offer and they accepted it, so I even got it for a little bit cheaper. Um, but even though they showed everything that was going to come in the listing, it was weird to like open the post office box and like pretty much just have like the system wrapped in styrofoam and then like the charger. Um, I don't know. I don't know what else I was expecting. I think she said that it didn't come with the little charging cradle, which I'm gonna have to order one of those for like $5 because I don't like having to fumble with the cord. Um, but yeah, I guess we're just gonna see what the condition's like on this because I'm hoping it's as good as she said it was. Because I would be disappointed if it's not. Um, I mean, there were obviously ones in like better condition, but they were more expensive. But those ones were like mint, like flawless. Um, and then, like I said, there were ones that came with like the box. I like to have the boxes for my systems. I still have my Switch 2 box right over there. I mean, for this, what I'm going to do with this, it wasn't really like that important to have the box, so I'll just be modding it and stuff. But it's been a really long time since I've had a original 3DS. I collected them like a lot when they first came out. I owned literally every color. I got the launch black and aqua, and then I don't remember what the next color that came out was. It might have been red, so I got the red. And then at one point I had purple. There was like a darker blue. There was a pink, I think. And then Japan got a white, but we didn't get that here. But basically I owned like every single version. So here it is. It's the red one. I forgot how glossy these things are. I think it's cold. Probably because the weather and it's been outside. Alright. So I did point out in the listing that there was kind of a, I don't know if that's going to focus. There we go. Kind of like a little bit of a scratch kind of thing right there on the corner. So I mean that is there. She did, look at that and say, yeah, that's a scratch, it's a dent. But there was some other stuff that I circled in one of the pictures, and I said, is that like scratches or whatever? And she said, no, that's just dust. So now that I'm looking at it, yeah, it just looks like there was some dust and reflections from the light and stuff. There might be a little bit of scuffing here on the corner. Oh yeah, it looks really bad when you turn it at that angle. Yeah, not happy about that. Seems to be really only on that one side though. The bottom's good. You got the serial number sticker still bright and intact. That's definitely a scratch. I'll have to go back and look at the listing to see if that showed in the picture. That's just some gunk that was on there. It does have the original stylus. Alright, let's open this up and see if the inside's bad. Okay. Okay, so looks pretty clean. The screens don't look all scratched up. Don't have fingerprints all over them. The circle pad is kind of yellow. I guess that happens over time. None of mine were like that, but I mean, these things are, God, how old are they now? 3DS came out in like 2000 something and lasted all the way up until the Switch came out like 8 years ago. So this thing's probably like 20 years old. Um, yeah, the button's good. Everything looks good on the inside. Is that a scratch there? I think that might be a little scratch there. And then obviously we hope it, functions properly. So let's see if it turns on. I'm not sure if it's got battery. And obviously the 3D slider, that has to work. Oh, it's already set up. Okay, well I'm gonna have to erase that and do my own factory reset to get my own stuff on there. But the 3D effect works. Bottom screen, touch screen seems to work. All the lights are lit up. Yeah, so really the only disappointing thing is that there's a couple more scratches and nicks than I originally thought. I mean, there were only like a couple different angles of the device, like in the pictures. I don't know if there was a picture that had, where's that bad corner? Yeah, that right there. I don't know if that was able to be seen in any of the pictures. And then that scratch, got to double check on that. And I think even this corner here, no, I think that looks okay. I'm trying to like look at it through the camera and then also like in person, not through the camera. There are some scratches in this corner though. I mean, she said overall the condition was good, and honestly, it is better than a lot of the ones out there. You wouldn't believe how many pages and pages I had to scroll past of ones that were like broken hinge, scratched up screens, missing circle pad, like somebody had ripped it off, um, or like this outer part was like scratched to all hell. The bottoms like missing the serial number sticker and just like scratches everywhere. A lot of them didn't come with a stylus. A lot of them didn't come with a charger. I'm like, what are these people doing with these things that they don't have like vital pieces of the system? Are they just like not taking care of them? Are they like young kids they belong to? So I don't know, but I mean, this one's not horrible, but I am, as a collector, a little bit bummed about all the scratches and stuff on it. So I'm gonna double check the photos and compare and see if it's like my own fault for not looking close enough, even though I did ask so many questions that I probably drove the girl crazy. I was literally like taking pictures that she posted and like circling different things and being like, is that a scratch? But even on the top here, there's like a scratch I can feel with my fingernail, so that kind of sucks. But I don't know. I don't know what I would grade this overall. Like honestly, I feel like you have to grade on a curve based on like how many good ones are still left out there floating around. Probably not a ton, and the ones that are in good condition are probably like way more expensive. So like I don't know. Would I give this a 7 out of 10? Would I give it lower because of the scratches? Would I give it an 8 out of 10 because it's still pretty good? I don't know. I have to think about it some more and play around with it. But the only other thing that I got was the charger. I'm assuming it works. It's the official Nintendo charger. And then she threw in a copy of Mario Kart 7, which I absolutely don't need and I'm not going to play. But that's something. So thank you for joining me for this not quite unboxing. But if anything interesting happens with this system, I will let y'all know. And until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.